In the chilling drama of space exploration, some moments stand out as particularly harrowing. And one such instance is seared into the annals of history. It was April 13th, 1970. A mission to the moon was underway. But these 6 words, "Houston, we have a problem," started a race against time and death. 2 days earlier, on April 11th, 3 astronauts aboard Apollo 13 had launched into space from Cape Kennedy in Florida. Their destination, the moon. Their mission to explore the far side of the moon and bring back samples for analysis. They were making history. But as they sailed through the vast expanse of space, a sudden explosion rocked their spaceship. An oxygen tank in the service module had exploded, and with it, their dreams of a moon landing and their very survival were hanging by a thread. Faced with dwindling resources and a crippled spacecraft, the astronauts found themselves in a desperate fight for their lives. It was at this critical moment that astronaut Jack Swigert radioed the now famous message. "Houston, we've had a problem here. We're on the way to the moon, and we're having some problems. I'm not sure what's going on." These words were more than just a technical report. They're a stark reminder of the fragility of human life in the face of the unforgiving cosmos. Back at NASA's control center in Houston, a hush fell over the room as the gravity of the situation sank in. Their journey to the moon was now a battle for survival. The damaged ship and limited resources, getting the astronauts home safely became the new mission. What followed was a nail-biting display of human ingenuity, courage, and sheer determination. The engineers and scientists at NASA worked around the clock, analyzing data, running simulations, and devising a strategy to bring the astronauts home safely. They had to make some tough decisions and take some big risks. The plan to save Apollo 13 began with a course correction. The explosion had thrown off their trajectory, and getting to the moon was no longer an option. Instead, their sights were set on the Pacific Ocean, where a rescue craft was waiting. The astronauts would come home via a free return trajectory, essentially hitching a ride back to Earth on the outbound trajectory of the spacecraft. But this was easier said than done. The spacecraft had lost its ability to generate electricity, and the astronauts had to ration their supplies of water, food, and oxygen. The lunar module, designed for only 2 days in space, now had to sustain the crew for several days longer than planned. As the drama unfolded, the world was watching. Every adjustment, every correction, every moment of silence, and every crackle of static filled with suspense. On April 17th, 4 days after the explosion, the world held its breath as the astronauts re-entered the Earth's atmosphere. With their lives hanging in the balance, the crew of Apollo 13 survived a harrowing trip through the atmosphere, their spacecraft battered but intact. As they parachuted toward the ocean, the drama was far from over. The recovery teams had a small window to retrieve the astronauts before darkness fell. In a heart-stopping finish, all 3 astronauts were rescued, each having lost a significant amount of weight during their ordeal. They had endured cramped quarters, dwindling supplies, and the constant fear of the unknown. But they had made it. Against all odds, they had survived the voyage that almost ended in death. The story of Apollo 13 is a testament to the human spirit, a reminder of our fragility in the face of the cosmos, but also our indomitable will to survive. It was a journey that began with the dream of exploring the moon, but ended with a deeper appreciation for the miracle of life and the triumph of the human spirit. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more updates on all things space.